Hi everybody, I'm Kirsty Meakin from Neo Nails. In this video we're going to celebrate Mother's Day. We're going to do a nice easy set with some beautiful flowers for the beautiful dawn. I'm going to sculpt out a relatively short square set of nails.
Something practical for mothers.
Yes. What to do with dishes?
Well, a lot of people. The thing is, a lot of people when we do these big sets on like Faye and on Jay and that kind of thing, and Andrea, people are like, "Oh my god, how can they do anything with them?" And I think it's a learned thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
They learn how to do it. So
Yeah,
people
they've
are a
got
little
more
bit worried when they first start getting nails on that. They wouldn't be able to cope with that, so they have them obviously shorter and more practical.
But if you do want to go longer, I would just keep having them filled until you sort of get, because you'll get used to that length as it grows over time. If you kept having them filled, you get used to having longer nails, and you do just adapt.
And if you get your nails done by Kirsty, you just have to get whatever she says, because
Oh, yeah.
she'll generally add like half a centimetre on each time. Oh, should we go to a 3 this time? No, I want to stay at a 2, 2.5. So, we'll start at 3.5 then. Don't worry, some will come off when we file it.
Yeah, that's my thing. Some will come off when we file it.
But it doesn't.
Like a 1/4 millimetre.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they always have it the same length when they come back.
Do you know what? Once you have long nails, you don't want to go back to having shorter nails. You kind of feel like, these don't like these no more, these short stumpers. So once I've got the forms on, I'm going to dehydrate the natural nail. So I'm using the Nail Prep dehydrator. I've already removed the surface shine from Dawn's nails. I've already done the cuticle work. We have videos on that if you want to check them out. And then we're going to prime. This is the acid-based primer. And I think there's too much on that one, so I'm just going to dab a little bit off.
What happens if there's too much primer?
If there's too much primer, it's going to lift.
Oh, I did not know that. Why?
Oh, no you don't. Not again. Sorry.
Going to use medium speed. So I've got blank slate, mega white and natural beige. I'm going to do a couple of them as a baby boomer and the rest just natural beige. It's a gorgeous colour on its own. If you watch lots of my videos, you will realise this is one of my favourite colours. And I'm going to do a 1 bead method. So 1 large bead. I picked a large bead up by holding the brush quite low into the powder. So more contact was made with between the brush and the powder. And that gave me the big bead. I will show you that again in a minute. Okay. We're going to do a square nail. We haven't done many square nails for a long time on this channel, so we're going square. With the baby boomers, we're going to do white first. Going to blend that back. So it's important to blend that back first of all, then you can start to pattern press and get your sides nice and straight. And then we're going to use natural beige. Get the cuticle nice and neat. We're tipping the finger down. And then we're going to blend. Quick little short movements, pulling the natural beige over the white. Then we're going to use blank slate, which is going to give us that blend. It's going to give us that bit of ghosting. So you want to go over that join with blank slate. Sweep it over your white, blend it back. You want a little bit of clear just on the apex, just so I know I've got my apex laid in, and I can blend that over the entire nail. This first nail is pinchable now, so we're going to pop that tool on and let that pinch, and we're going to repeat this process, this baby boomer, onto this nail.
Two pinching tools.
Yeah, I do
She's
like
moving fast.
two pinching tools. I like to have two, because then we can make sure everything's getting pinched at the right time. I'm going to do a baby boomer on this nail as well. form off this one. And off this one. And this one. Right, so we're going to file these. I'm going to do my normal filing routine. So we're going to get these side walls nice and straight. Then I can do the cuticle area. Free edge. And then we can contour. I'm going to do that on all the nails now. So I'm going to buff over, I'm going to make the buffer fly. I'm going to buff over them, make them nice and smooth. And then we can add a little bit of paintwork. I don't mean a bit of emulsion. Just want to soften those corners with the buffer. So they're not so much of a harsh square. Because, you know, these are Mother's Day ones. Mother needs to function still, don't you?
Yes.
I'll see you. Will not be very happy if you make her do all the chores around the house. Will you, Thea?
Did you watch these?
Yeah. So, a bit of water. I'm going to get a bit of paint. Got a bit of lilac paint, a bit of black paint. Right, I'm just going to buff those nails again, and I'm not going to wipe over with any solutions. I'm going to just dust off with a lint-free pad. What I'm going to do is, I'm just going to water down this lilac. I want it more of a wash, and this will help the paint stick a lot better. And they just look like little patches at the minute. They will be transformed. And I've just dried that brush off, and I'm just going to dab the ends just so it's a little bit faded around the edge. So rinse my brush off, and then I'm just going to fade the edge a little bit. And they just look like little patches of lilac. Then with the black, I do need to add a little bit of water so it runs nicely. I don't mean it runs, it's not going to pool everywhere. That sounded like poo. It was pool. It's not going to pool everywhere. We need it to run nice as we draw. Well, paint. It's not drawing. Oh God, it's been a long day. Right, so I'll show you on this one because Adam will see this one far better. So we're going to do a rough little sketch of a flower. Don't worry too much about super detail. It needs to be quite simple. Shambles. Little lines coming towards the centre. This outside line doesn't need to come all the way. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop it down. And drop it down like this. So you can see how rough it looks. That's how rough it's going to look for now. Just going to use a little bit of paint to add some little dots in the middle. Then we're going to top coat. that in the lamp. While that's in the lamp, I'm going to get some Snow White gel polish. Pop it onto the backing paper from a sculpting form. And Adam can't say that. Look, you can see it now. And it disappears. And you can see it. And by magic it disappears. You didn't know I was a magician, did you? I'll need some gel residue wipe-off solution in a damping dish so I can clean my brush. And then with the gel polish, see this little scoop that we did here, this little drop down. I'm going to fill that. Then come out. Wet finger. Out. So you're going to fill that little dip and then come out from it. And that'll create an illusion that the petal's actually folding over. And we're going to do some tiny little white dots with the gel. Do some on the ends of those little lines and some in the middle. Then I'm going to create a little bit of movement with some little curves and swirls. And pop that into the lump. I think that's lovely for Mother's Day. It's not too difficult to do. So I'm going to wipe over with gel residue wipe-off solution just to take any of the sticky layer that might be on the gel. And you can see the gel loses a bit of its shine and it looks pretty cool against that shiny surface. And I like how faint and soft the flowers are. They're not too detailed, so they're not hard to do. Have a go. I'm sure everybody will do a banging job. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, especially mine, Pamela. She is an absolute legend. Love you to bits. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Everything that I've used today will be listed below, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye-bye.